Okay, recording is started, and I'm going to ask everyone to mute, which is *6. Okay, thank you. So as you come in, please just mute yourself so we don't have any background noise. Welcome to What is Shred 10? And we're going to explain it to you and share some details with you. My name is Robin, and I am one of the Shred 10 leaders. I'm also a nutritionist, and I've been in the industry for more than almost 11 years, and I've seen a lot of changes. And I'm really excited to talk about Shred 10 because it's really effective and it's helping a lot of people in a very positive way. So what Shred 10 is we are putting together strategies and shredding the foods and the habits that are not serving you and us, and focusing on flooding your body with whole food nutrition. And in doing so, I have a little fuzzy thing. Now, when people hear the name Shred 10, they automatically think, oh my goodness, okay, 10 pounds. Yes and no. So releasing weight is a side effect of giving your body what it needs. And so yes, shredders do release pounds, but I really want the focus to be on just flooding your body and just giving your body what it needs, and your body will respond. The challenge right now is that there are a couple of startling trends. And I say there's two startling trends, but there's actually more than that. But let's just talk about what is true today in our society and our environment. And one of them is our environment. Because our environment is filled with toxins, that is reaping havoc on our body, and you can't not breathe. You have to breathe the air. You can't get away from that. And that by itself is doing some damage to our cells. And there's something we can do about it, but you can't stop the toxins from entering your body. You just can't. The other part is our food supply. Our food supply has changed in such a way, and I want to say this to you, in the 11 years that I've been in the nutrition field and working with clients, I have not seen as many cases as I see today of autoimmune, diabetes, heart disease, infertility, depression. I mean, the list goes on and on and on, and it is startling because that's not how it was before. So our food that we get, as you know, it is processed in such a way that it is void of nutrients, and our body needs nutrients to behave. With the fruits and vegetables, and that is what we should eat, right? We should include that in our diet. Those are not as they should be. And hear me when I say, it used to be that you needed 5 servings of fruits and vegetables, and now you need about 9 to 13, which is absurd. And the reason why is that the fruits and vegetables that you get from the store are picked before they're ripened. Which means they're void of they don't have all the nutrients in them. They're grown in soil that is less than nutritious, and then in a lot of cases they're modified. The DNA of the actual produce is modified, so your body's like, okay, what do I do with this? Y'all remember that grapes used to have seeds, right? Or watermelon used to have seeds. That's how it's supposed to be. But the scientists have been able to manipulate the food supply, and our bodies just don't know what to do with it. And again, as I say, as a result, you see all of these challenges. You see food allergies, you see skin issues, just so many things. Cancer. Now, we talk about cancer. The scary thing to me right now is that, depending on who you talk to, they'll say 1 in 3 people will be affected by cancer. Some people it's even 1 in 2. I know that y'all know people that have been affected by cancer, and it's happening to people that are younger and younger. Even with women with breast cancer, I know women in their 30s, in their 20s. That was not the case before, and I know y'all know that. That is the perfect storm between the food, the environment, and the other part of it is that our lives are so busy and so hectic that our bodies are just out of whack. We're stressed, we're anxious, and that's a perfect environment for chaos in the body. So Shred 10 is able to address that part of the environmental part and the food part of what I'm talking about. And then I'll talk to you a little bit about the other part of Shred 10, but how it works and what we're doing and why. So Shred 10 is a 10-day jump start. 10 days, we're asking you to go do the following things, which I will review for you. And 10 days literally is just a jump start, so that you can see in 10 days, you will see what happens to your body when you do the following things. Now, for 10 days, we're eliminating gluten. Why? Gluten is the protein found in wheat, but in most cases today, it's modified in such a way that our digestive system isn't clear on how to handle that, which comes to bloated. It messes with, and your immune system is where 90 of your digestive system is where the majority of your immune system is. So when that's out of whack, your body's out of whack. So gluten, again, some bodies cannot process gluten, and we don't know that. And the way that you know that is when you do the Shred 10 and you remove it, and then you put it back, then you'll know what your body is telling you. So during the Shred 10, we're taking out gluten. Now, what does that mean? That means no bread, that means no pasta, that means no cakes, cookies, pies, anything that is made with wheat. Your question might be, well, what about all of these gluten-free foods? Can I replace my bread or my pasta with a gluten-free alternative? And so I'm gonna answer that in a second. Hold that thought. You're also eliminating dairy. That is milk, cheese, butter. I know some of y'all are out there like, what? I cannot live without my cheese or my milk or my butter. You can do anything for 10 days. You can do anything for 10 days. We're also asking you to reduce or pull back on the caffeine for 10 days. Now, some of y'all that may drink, I don't know, 5 cups of coffee a day, and I'm asking you to give up caffeine, you're looking at me side-eye. So what I recommend is if taking away caffeine is going to give you a headache or kill you, then you reduce it. You mix it with decaf. You cut down. If you do 6 cups, you're going to do 3. Reduce or eliminate. Alcohol, that's easy. Well, I don't know if it's easy, but that's easy to understand what alcohol is. Processed foods. So when we're taking out processed foods, that there takes away any gluten substituted food, any foods that are processed in a package. What's good about the Shred 10 is we're telling you what to remove, but we're also going to tell you what to put in, and we're going to give you a guide as to what to eat and what to choose from. What's exciting, and I'll tell you in a second, is what you can't eat. We're taking away processed foods and sugar. Good news and bad news. The bad news is we eat too much sugar. The bad news, we're addicted to sugar. We like it. It tastes good. It makes us happy. The good news is when you're doing the Shred 10, we'll make sure that you have something to replace that is sweet and satisfying. So that is exciting. And then lastly, we're stopping eating after 7 p.m. To give your body a chance to rest. In that, you're going to add in 3 to 4 days of exercise. We're trying to get you right, right? 3 to 4 days of exercise. You're going to drink enough water until your urine is clear. You're going to sleep 7 to 8 hours a night, because that's where your body rejuvenates itself, as well as you're going to add in 2 Juice Plus shakes per day. If you've never heard of Juice Plus, I'm going to explain it and why we recommend it. You're also recommended to add in the fruits, vegetables, and berries as a chewable or a capsule, and I'll explain that as well. We do this together, and when I say together, we have some groups on Facebook. We have some groups that we do via text to help keep each other inspired and accountable, and we do this as a group every 10 days of every month, and it is a wonderful way to, it's a wonderful health regime. This time our July 8th through 17th, and we're taking healthy back. We hold each other accountable, and we've made wonderful friendships through our groups because we look for each other every month. Where's this person? Where's that person? Where's Amber? Where's Tammy? Hey, Amber. And we have a private Facebook group for that. If you don't have Facebook, again, we have some alternatives to that, but we love doing it through Facebook because we get to see and post, and people post their meals, and people post the positives and the, oh my goodness, this is rough, I'm struggling, and we run to the aid of everybody. As a shredder, through our team, this is what your program includes. You will get your 4-week meal plan. Our shred is 10 days, but you're going to get a meal plan that's going to last you well into the future. That is a special perk by being affiliated through the shred with Necessary Nutrition. It's telling you, if you follow the meal plan, it's going to work. I'm telling you. You're going to receive a digital recipe book, so many recipes. Again, I say that we're holding you accountable, a success guide. And here's an example of what the menu looks like for the shred. Meal 1 will be your shake. And you can make it a smoothie, add in some nut butter, which is like almond butter, what have you. You have to have the shake to do the shred. You can't do the shred without the shake. But we give you an option, because what if you left your shake at home, you're somewhere, and whatever reason you weren't prepared, you didn't have your shake. We don't want you to go hungry, so we give you some options. So you will get a meal plan that's all sketched out for you with your snacks and your options. Your lunch will be your shake again, and your dinner will be chicken, fish, tofu, turkey, salad, however you want to do it, with brown rice, quinoa, and sweet potato. What I like to tell people in terms of carbohydrates, because we know we're taking out gluten, but when I'm doing shred, I eat tacos because corn tortillas don't have gluten. I eat oatmeal sometimes because it doesn't have gluten. You have your rice, your sweet potatoes. There's options, plantain. So don't think that you don't have options. You do. So what do you need to participate in the Shred 10? You must have the Juice Plus Complete, as I will explain to you a little bit better, but that is, we highly recommend the fruits, the vegetables, and the berries. The Juice Plus company we partnered with, and they have found a way to encapsulate raw fruits and vegetables that gives you the pits, the peels, and the seeds, micronutrition right to your body. And when you flood your body with 45 fruits and vegetables every day, what do you think will happen to your body? So you don't have to have the capsules, but we know that your results are better when you do. The program works so much better when you do. And then to participate, you have to have that commitment to yourself to live your best life. It's a struggle, but everybody. There's so much going on. Life has got its foot on everybody's neck. But we have this temple, this body that we want to behave for us, and we have to give it what it needs. The Juice Plus shake is more than just a protein shake. It mixes, it has everything that you need. It has fiber, fruits and vegetables. Everything that you need is in that shake to keep you full and satisfied during your meals. So the fruits, the vegetables, and the berries, they come in capsules or chewables. The chewables are lovely. They're great. They taste amazing. And then you have the capsules. So you have that option. I would love for Tammy, and I think Tammy's husband is right there too. I'm completely in awe, blown away by her shred experience. And if Tammy, if you would be so kind to share, and I see your husband. I think I see your husband. I guess that's your husband. I never seen him before. Yeah. If you could share, if you all would be so kind to share your experience with the shred and all the stuff that you know that's happening in that short amount of time.
Well, first, I have a question. Yes. Can I eat some grits?
Yes. You can eat grits because grits are humming.
All right.
Oh, yes. Oh my goodness. Because I totally forgot about grits. Yes. Y'all can eat grits.
Okay.
You know he's a Southern man.
Yes, grits. Yes. Okay, so, and I always want to keep our time good, so.
Okay.
Yes, I'm so excited.
Okay. You want to go first?
Well, I loved what Shred did. Like, if I would have totally followed it, and what I mean by totally followed it, like, we walked, and if I would have really did some exercise, because walking is good, but if I would have got on that bike and just did that, I think I would have lost even more.
So what did you notice? What happened to you in those 10 days?
10 days, it wasn't easy because I'm so used to eating all this other stuff, junk, you know. And what I mean by junk is the pastas, the baking cakes and cookies and pies and doing all that other stuff, and on top of that, eating massive amounts of food. So when I I'm so used to big breakfasts in the morning, like 7 pancakes, 4 pieces of sausage, and mounds of eggs. And when I just did the shake in the morning, my body, just starting to do it, and then everything, it seemed like it started to shrink. I got into stuff that I couldn't even get in for years. And then people may take that for granted, but it's been 2 or 3 years since I was able to snap my fingers because of the inflammation that was in my hands. And getting my ring on my finger, after 2 years, like my hands were so swelled up, but I didn't know it was going to do all that. And then just getting up out of bed, like getting out of bed, people take that for granted. You get out of bed and you're so achy and all that. Man, being pain-free and inflammation-free is awesome. Oh my God. And then you have a clear head, and like, you think about things that you hadn't thought about before, because pain is always on your mind. Like, how am I gonna do this, or what can I rub on my hands to, and then the having strength in my hands. They diagnose you with arthritis, and then you say, man, where's the arthritis at? It's because of all when you treat this temple like it's supposed to be treated, and you do it right, and then even after you get off, you be like, I don't want to go back to that. And when you get rid of all those breads, like, just eating bread, I was like, I'm just going to stay away from bread. I don't care how healthy it is. There are other alternatives to bread. You could make your own stuff up that doesn't have, or you could eat one piece of bread. If you don't want to give it all the way up, eat one.
Did something happen with your blood sugar? Did something change?
Oh yeah, that went down, and the A1C went down because you feel a certain way when your sugar's high. You like it makes you really thirsty, and it drains you of your energy. And it's like I'm a fast car now. I get up and just and then I come back and I'm like, did I just do that? You think about it.
This wasn't
10 days. 10 days. And then the pounds, that's just a plus to even doing it. Like, oh wow, I feel a little. And then the pastor was like, hey, what are you doing? Because I said, it's okay to not have your gut just hanging all over the side and just being unhealthy. It's like, man, I feel so much energy.
We call this doctor.
I feel like carrying a whole bunch of stuff all the way across the room and not being out of breath.
It's not like you didn't have, it was food. We didn't give you any medication. Yeah. It was
no.
Yeah,
the food. Just the food.
A lot of times people just don't know what needs to come out of their bodies and what needs to go into our bodies. Tammy, tell us your story too, because me and you.
Okay.
Yes, tell us.
We had to adjust his insulin because he was waking up in the morning at 69. So at night he was taking 45 insulin. So now he's at 5 because he's not waking up at 200 now.
Yeah.
Oh, me.
Yes,
oh,
you. Goodness.
What happened to me? I could turn over in the bed and not hurt. And I keep rubbing my neck because I feel a neck coming.
Yes.
And I was like, what is this? I feel a neck. Not this. In 3 days, I had lost 9 pounds. I'm glad I took a picture of the scale. And I had inbox Robin, and I was like, Robin, is this real? And because I had lost 9 pounds, and I had, this fibromyalgia, lupus, and MS. I had had a stroke before, so I have to be careful what I intake, and I was on all this medication, and I didn't need that much blood pressure medication, so I inboxed my doctor. I was like, I don't need that much anymore, and because I have to be careful on coming down off of stuff, and like he said, he cooks so much, and I didn't need that anymore. The shakes made me full, and I have a sweet tooth, so the gummies curved my sweet tooth. So I'm just like, this is just so good. And like he said, it gives you clear thinking, a clear mind, and I sleep all night. And when I get up in the morning, I'm just jumping out of bed. It's my bones aren't popping. Like you said, we have our rings on after 2 years, and I'm just jumping for joy. I lost 15 pounds in 2 dress sizes, and like you said, it's not a weight loss product because I can't do weight loss products because I had a stroke. Because you read on this, if you had a stroke, heart attack, or this or that, you can't do it. So I can't do weight loss products, but thank God that this is here for us, and him being diabetic, which he's going into diabetic remission now. And I'm just glad that he did this along with me, because I was just going to do it myself. But like you say, you flood yourself with the proper nutrition, the body responds, and I'm not going back, because you're going to end up doing something.
Got it. What I want, thank you so much, Tammy. I'm inspired every time. I've learned not to cry, because I used to just cry so much when I hear such wonderful stories. I'm just like, I'm kind of used to it. But what I want people to understand again, when I explain this, they're just eating food. That's not a miracle. We didn't just whip up some special concoction. They're just eating food. They're removing what doesn't belong, and they're putting in what does belong, and the body is like, yes, I like this. So often our bodies have inflammation and pain and all these things going on, and it becomes our norm, and you don't know you don't feel right because you just feel that way, or you might have arthritis, or you feel a little achy, but until you put it in your body and you have a pep in your step, that's when you feel the power of food. It is just food. That's why I love it. It's just food. So let me keep going so we won't be on here all day. Thank you so much. When you get the, when you're participating in the shredding, you get the capsules or the chewables, because that's where the bulk of the fruits and vegetables are. Then you, if you have a child that's in college or a child, they will get them for free, which I love, because what we're saying is, we want you adult to get healthy, and we want your child to get healthy as well. As an adult, you can sponsor a child. Amber, I don't know if I'm calling you out, because I didn't even know this yesterday. I see you. I did not know that. Am I okay to call you out a little bit? Can I unmute you? Can you tell us your results from the shred? Because I didn't know, and you didn't tell me.
I didn't really tell nobody.
Wow.
It goes off a little bit, so I'm just thanking God, because I was like in my 80s, and now I'm like really, really down.
Wow.
A lot more, and I'm just happy. I'm like, I lost like 20 pounds.
20 pounds, yeah. And so thank you for that. I know you were on mute, so I'm gonna mute you back, but I just wanted to congratulate you. And so,
but I just came on to say hi. I'm at the church with Pastor Renata.
Okay, thank you. What I want to say about Amber is Amber shreds with us every month, because again, this is something we do. When you shred with us, you're not committed to shred with us ever again, right? You do it with us once, and you can say, I don't want to do it again. But once you do it, then you realize it's valuable, and we do this every month. And so Amber has been shredding with us probably for like 4 months now. Juice Plus is not a vitamin. It's not a vitamin. I don't recommend vitamins to anybody anymore at all, because when you have the real deal fruits and vegetables in a capsule or the chewable with all the pits, the pills, the seeds, everything you need, your body just knows what to do. So what to expect from taking Juice Plus. And I partnered my company with Juice Plus just because I've been able to help more people than I've ever before. So when you're taking Juice Plus, as everybody's body is different, I cannot tell you that you're going to have the same experience as Amber, that you're going to have the same experience as Tammy and her husband. I don't know. Your body knows what to do when you give it the good information. What I've been taking Juice Plus for 2 years, and my results, taking Juice Plus and doing the shred, my hair, I have some long hair, y'all. My hair grows, my nails grow. I think my skin is nice. And I used to have red eyes and put Visine in them all the time, and that is gone. And it just helps me keep everything in tip-top shape. Now, how to ensure your success in anything? You have to have a commitment to yourself. And to have that commitment, you're putting in your time and in your money. Because when we put in money into something, then you have a different commitment. Don't worry, though. The shred is super affordable. It's super, super affordable. You also want to plan, step by step, day by day, what to do. 1, 2, 3. We're giving you that. You don't have to think. You don't have to think what to eat. You don't have to think nothing. It's all laid out for you. Your why. Why do you want to do this? What is it that is calling you? Do you have some pain, some aches? You just want to be better. What is it? Why? What is your why? And then accountability helps. When people are looking for you and saying, hey, where are you? That helps. And then your surroundings must change, and that's huge, because what happens with the Shred 10 community is we are a community. We're rallying with each other and keeping each other accountable, and that becomes this bond in this community, and that's the surroundings. And when you see everybody else doing well and you might be struggling, you jump in and want to do better. So your surroundings must change. What I love about Tammy and her husband, I don't know his name, but they did this together. So when you have your coworkers and your brothers and your sisters and your family doing it with you, your success rate is even higher. All right, so let me review this really quick. I'm going fast because our time is running out. You're going to eliminate gluten, dairy, caffeine, alcohol, processed food, sugar, eating after 7. You're going to add in exercise 3 to 4 days a week. That could be walking. That's doing more than you're doing now. You're going to drink enough water so that your urine is clear. You're going to sleep 7 to 8 hours. You're going to add in 2 Juice Plus shakes per day. And you're going to, it is recommended that you add in the fruits, vegetables, berries as well. That is recommended. The program includes your meal plan, your sketch, your guide, your recipes, the accountability group, all of our love, support, and positive energy. We do this July 8th through 17th. Right before we get started, we have a pre-meeting for those who are shredding, just to make sure that everybody's on the same page. After the shred, we come back together to see how everything went for everyone. And then after the 10 days, you're going to do one of 3 things. You're going to say, ooh, those 10 days were over. Let me go back to my gluten, my salt, my this, my that, and you go back to who you were. The other thing you can do is say, ooh, I had such great results. I miss my cheese, or I miss my coffee, so I'm going to keep out some things, but I'm going to add some other things back. So when I'm done doing the shred, I have a little feta cheese. I get so excited because I want some feta cheese on my spinach. But during the shred, I don't, right? So you can decide to modify and add some things back in. Or the third part is you can say, you know what, I'm feeling so good, I'm going to keep going. So you can, A, ditch the shred at day 11. You can keep going and with some of the things that you learned and move with some of the tools. Or third, you just keep on going. That's what happens after the 10 days. We come together as a group the second Monday every month for 10 days, and we have a lot of fun. So to do the shred, you need the Juice Plus Complete. You must have the protein because you're taking 2 of your meals out. What's great about it is you don't have to think about what am I going to eat. So you don't have to buy groceries for that. You have the shakes. The Juice Plus fruits, berries, and fruits, vegetables, and berries, highly recommended, not required, but it is how you're going to see the better of the results. You must place your order if you're going to do the shred no later than July 1st, but the sooner you do it, we're going to send you all the resources right away. There's another resource that I'm going to send you all for those who need it. Not everybody does. There is a resource that I have on emotional eating, because that's a whole other topic I can't even get into right now when it comes to food and nutrition, but there is a resource that's really good on determining if you are an emotional eater and how to deal with that. So if you're going to shred with us, you got to make that commitment and get your order in no later than July 1st. But again, if you order now, we're going to send you everything now. So don't drag your feet. Don't drag your feet. How you get started, you contact the person who invited you here, and they can get everything that you need. The biggest question people have, I'm going to answer, because people are like, well, how much does it cost? You know, all of that. And I'm going to give you the answer to that. But let me say this to you. The Juice Plus capsules or chewables come in a 4-month supply. Some of you already have them because you've had them before. If you have them, great. You only need the protein now. They come in a 4-month supply because research shows that in 4 months, your blood will change. You're from a cellular level, when you're flooding your body consistently with those fruits and vegetables, your body's going to change. So the Juice Plus company sends you the 4-month supply. And after 4 months, you can decide not to take Juice Plus anymore, but you committed to taking it for 4 months. The Complete comes in 60 servings, which will allow you to do the shred multiple times. Now, let me tell you about pricing, because that's what people want to know, and let me tell you this right off the bat. Ask yourself what your health is worth. That's the first question. Because when I started doing this, my first question was, well, how much does it cost? I did that like everyone else. But I was really rocking a nice Michael Kors bag. I had on some nice lambskin boots. And I was concerned about how much does it cost for me to be healthy. I never asked about those lambskin boots, how much they cost. Michael Kors has never called my phone to thank me for buying his nice expensive bag. And I had the nerve to ask, how much does it cost for me to be my best self? Because a lot of times I'm worried about being cute on the outside, and I've decided I need to be really cute on the inside. Like I need to take better care of my inside than I do about my shoes and my purse. So if I, and this is the thing, Juice Plus is not going to not allow you to buy your purse or your wallet or your whatever it is. But when we have that mindset of, well, how much is it? What are the priorities? That's what I say. And I had to check my own self. So it's affordable. It's less than it would be for you to go into the store and buy 30 raw fruits and vegetables, period. You can get started with the shred for as low as $2.22 a day. I don't do math, but what is that? $2.22 a day. What is that? I'm gonna do the calculations. That is, you could actually get started for less than that. No, yeah. It's actually less than $2.22 a day. You can get started with the shred. I'll just say this, put it out there. You can get started with the shred for as low as $36. Let me just tell you all that. If you just have the protein, you can get started with the shred for $36. If you add in the fruits and the vegetables, then you can get started with the shred for $83. If you do the fruits, the vegetables, and the berries, you can get started with the shred for $110. You're getting your food, your capsules, your nutrition, and you're getting all of the resources that come with it, as well as I make myself available to all shredders all the time. You can inbox me, you can email me, I will talk to you, because some people have their own situations. Maybe they're constipated, maybe whatever. You can email and connect with me, and I'm there for all of the shredders. You gotta be a shredder, because sometimes people try to email me and they're not a shredder, and they have all these questions. I'm not gonna answer them. If you're a shredder, I love everybody, but if you're a shredder, I love you extra. And I'll answer your questions for you. So there's no reason why you can't do it. July 8th through July 17th. Deadline is July 1st, but I encourage you to get started now, because it's going to take some time for your products to show up. And I want to give you the meal plan so you can look at it and plan so you're ready to go on the 8th. So with that being said, I'm going to stop sharing my screen and open it up for any questions that anyone may have. I'm 4 minutes late, but I do want to be respectful of our time, but I also want to make sure that I'm answering questions that may come up. So I'm going to turn off my recording because I want to keep that to a time.